Ghetto boy, living in a ghetto world. A ghetto boy, living in a ghetto world. Shout out to Nate, dog. If you know like I know, you don't want to step to this. It smells like pressed hair. If you know like I know, I'll get high like every day. It's just a song, I'm just singing. Hi, y'all. How y'all doing? First and foremost, I hope everybody's doing well. I actually wanted to do this live just to thank everybody. Thank you for your support, whether you give donations, whether you're watching the channel, whether you thumbs up, sending good vibes, great energy. Yeah, just thank you. I'm serious. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. I kind of just want to tell y'all a little bit. It's like, hey, babies. I just kind of want to just talk to y'all a little bit about how y'all have to understand the mind of an empath, the mind of someone who does spiritual work. This nigga is bananas. Yeah, you driving like that. Some of y'all be assuming just because of somebody's like me who's driving while I'm talking, y'all. I'm not distracted. I'm looking forward. I'm not, nothing bad. Why she on 9 while she driving? Because I can. I need to be parked. Like, I'm looking over here. Every now and then I'm doing that, but I ain't looking at y'all. But I am paying attention to y'all. I'm paying attention to y'all energy and love. I want y'all, I don't know why I feel the need to say this. And it's really, sometimes it may be for my own sake. I don't know. But for some of y'all, I feel like a lot of y'all are pulling on the energy of readers right now at this time. We got Saturn going retrograde. What today is? The 3rd? Good Lord, is it the 2nd or the 3rd? Gee, ow. Okay. Just had to get that out. Yeah, I just be doing random shit. Y'all should already know what kind of issue it be over here. I don't know, y'all. I just feel like y'all pulling on a lot of readers. I want y'all to know that I feel like God is gonna start easing us up on a lot of stuff. It's kind of like going inward. Today's the 3rd or the 4th. I don't know. But take what resonates what I'm getting ready to say. Retrograde in Aquarius for the last time. I forgot how many umpteen years it's going to be once Saturn going to retrograde again in Aquarius. So we are getting ready to see if the stuff that they're saying that one of the things that's going to be huge with this retrograde is revealed. So it seems like we're going under judgment. Everybody, some of us, our judgment has already started. By the way, for some of us, I'm trying to scare y'all. Y'all cannot, listen, don't get scared. It ain't about that. I just want to give y'all flowers. How much y'all be loving on me. The prayers, the good prayers that y'all send toward me, I feel it. The prayers of faith, hope, and love, I be feeling all of that. And I'm grateful. And I'm thankful. When you're doing stuff like this, you need prayer. There are going to be some readers. Wow. There are going to be readers. I hear the changing of the cards. We're going to start seeing people exit and others come in. This market is truly saturated with a lot of, I'm hearing, filth. This is what I'm hearing. I am not in no way, shape, form, or fashion someone who is a hater, but nevertheless, I will speak the truth. And if it makes me an enemy of you and a friend of God, then I will stand on the righteousness of God. Because one person that has never failed me in my whole entire life has been God. The love that has not cheated on me, has abandoned me, rejected me, has been God. And so I choose to stand firm on the rock, on the solid rock of a firm foundation of me knowing, not believing, but knowing that God is my source, my all in all. There is nothing that anybody can take from me that God can't give me back 100 or more fold. There is nothing that anybody can do to me that God can't either shield me from it or heal me as an after effect. Whether he got to use it as a lesson or a blessing, I have no clue. All I do know is that I stand firm on my God. I stand firm on the love and the protection of God. I can't really say too much outside of that. I can't guarantee you anything. But what I can guarantee you is that the love and the light of God is separating a lot of things. I'm hearing wheat and tear. And I've been saying this for a minute, wheat and tear, wheat and tear. But when it comes to this spiritual world, these spiritual workers, I'm hearing people who are using, I don't know why the word Florida water just came to my mighty cleansing. One who is, the one that everybody's flocking to, or, this and that. I just hear a lot of exposure is getting ready to happen. A lot of exposure, and it's going to be televised. What I mean by televised, it's about to be in these social media streets. It is. It's about to be in these social media streets. There's a lot of things that's getting ready to be uncovered. I'm hearing a lot of YouTubers, I'm just going to say what I'm hearing, fake psychics, wannabes, people. Listen, I'm speaking from God. I didn't come on here. I did not come on here to say this. Now that's the truth. I thought I was going to say something else. But whatever. I'm just going to go with the flow. It's getting ready to be an exposure. Like I said, the market is saturated. And it's not that God is not raising up people in the earth, but there's a lot of people who are, I'm here behind the scenes doing stuff, causing people, doing spell work and causing people to come and patronize them and do a lot of things. They're also blocking real people, or trying to block real people from getting patronized and different things like that. God is getting ready to swiftly deal with them. And I'm going to just put this out there. For those of you who caught the whiff of what was popular and you began to go with what was popular, I want y'all to really repent from your heart, from really your heart space, your heart chakra, from your soul, your spirit, because you helped this person become a Frankenstein. And God God's healing love and forgiveness is there for you. But I'm also hearing nope. So y'all need to just be real careful, because there may be some karmas coming behind that, because some of y'all knew that certain people were real and y'all spoke against them to fit in with what was popular. I don't know whose toes I'm stepping on, baby, but you shall live and not die. Therefore, your toes is going to heal to dance another day. You just got to get this ass whooping and get this work and repent and move on. It just is what it is. We all have fallen short of the glory of God. We've all been judgmental in our lives at one point or another. But it's all right. You just got to take a look and keep on ticking. As long as you convict yourself, because God has convicted you, you pick yourself up, you forgive yourself, you forgive your own actions. And whether it's, warranted by God or not to go to that person and repent, then it is what it is. But I'm just going to tell y'all, there's a fruitful blessing. I heard a fruitful blessing in that. Also, I'm hearing be very, very gentle with communication this time. There's going to be an influx or a flood of communication. People who are going to be coming to you, I heard with a graceful heart or open heart. I'm hearing open heart surgery. Some people have went through open heart surgery. I heard a strong conviction to come out of a strong delusion. Some people have overlooked you in this specific time and season. God told them to go to you, make it right. God told them, hey, look, this is your husband, it's your wife. Or God had told them something and they kept throwing you, I'm hearing throwing you in the mud. They kept doing you wrong, kept doing you. I heard empty promises. God is saying this is your last attempt. This is your chance to make it right. For others of you, this is getting ready to be open lines of communication. I'm hearing that some of y'all is getting ready to have a renewal or washing away of friends and so-called family members and so-called friends that really wasn't for you. God says, as this Mercury retrograde is being led up, God is getting ready to open up your eyes. And I heard like a washing off the veil. Like, because I see a big hand and I see God taking a wash rag and I see God, like scrubbing somebody's eyes. And so we just thank God for the newness and the opening up of the eyes, that we can see clearly and plainly what now is set before us, so that we can make righteous decisions that's going to serve us to our highest good and continue to push us into our destiny, our north node, and our part of fortune, because that's what's important. So again, my heart is out to anybody who's healing from any connections, toxic connections, so let me say this. Y'all, I'm getting ready to be real transparent right now. Let me pull over. Holy God. I'm about to be real transparent. Can't have this in my eyes. Okay, so let me say this. I'm about to tell y'all my business right fast. I didn't think I was gonna do this, but it is what it is. I hope this helps somebody. God, guard my mouth. I have been noticing a certain pattern in my life. The pattern is attracting certain kind of men. Just breathe. Now y'all not getting Rafiki, this Jessica. Because this is important to me. I know I'm smiling, but the truth is, this is going to be hard. It took me today to realize I realized it before, but for me to want to let it go, I have been attracting a certain kind of person that I feel has materialized in different bodies. It wasn't until I broke certain chains off of my life that I started to heal. I just seen my ex today. And let me say this. You know when they say you are reminded, you know when they say, they will remind you why they're your ex? Yeah. Just know that. Yeah. Why they your ex? I am asking, not just for the women, because I know it's always women geared, but even you men who are watching, who are always extremely silent, for anybody. I don't care who you love. Love is love, especially when it's real and it's really coming from your heart. I want y'all to really assess yourselves and ask yourselves, what do you really want out of a partner? And if you've been seeing yourself going through these motions with different faces of people, but you've been getting like the same energy out of, let's say, the last 2-3 people that you dated, is that the same energy? 17 on the clock, right? Is that the same stuff you've been dealing with, but just in a different body? If the answer is yes, and it does not align with what your heart really desires, there's something that you need to do within you. You have to let go of past disappointments. For me, I attracted emotionally unavailable men because my father was emotionally unavailable. Good Lord. I used to attract emotionally unavailable men. I'm gonna say that again. I used to. I don't attract that kind of man anymore. I know what I'm worth. I know what I desire. For some of y'all, I know y'all don't give up on love. I know it feels like what you are seeking doesn't exist. But I'm going to tell y'all how God keeps telling me. Every time I want to give up, God keeps telling me, Jessica, there is no way that I can give you that kind of heart. And there's not an equivalent outside of you that is a mirror to your heart. You gotta keep the faith. It's time to heal, y'all. We are work. Let me just say this, especially for those of you who are spiritual, and you keep going through these even like motions, even with because I'm hearing like even spiritual connections, 1919 on the clock, so that's 1010, which breaks down to 11, which is 2. Yeah, it's the 2 of Cups. New love is trying to come in. New love, not trying. New love wants to come in. New love wants to break the door down, break the walls down. The truth is, you have to let go of the past. You're not going to be 100% healed. You're just not. I hate and I apologize for all of these relationship gurus who may be confusing all of us at this time. Please forgive us. And I'm talking about people who are supposed to be leaders who really don't know. Some of these people may be following trains or anybody who may have said something that may have triggered something in you to keep you from healing. I just ask that you just forgive. I stand in the gap for anybody who's confused you. Forgive me if I've confused you by anything that I've said on this channel. Because the truth is, I'm noticing there's a lot of things. You gotta have this. You gotta do this. You gotta do this. You gotta be that. You gotta be this in order for love to come in. And that's not necessarily true. If a keto diet works for you and a California Slim diet works for her, and the Atkins diet works for him, and a fruit diet works for this person, that's different people with different genetic makeups that the call is answered to their body to for certain modifications. You know what I'm saying? I may be able to tweak somebody's formula and it work for me, what I've tweaked. So for some of y'all, God is saying to you, it's really not about what you have. It's not about, I don't know why I'm getting emotional. Like I want to cry. It's not about what you possess or what you think you need to have. You don't need your bank account running over and flowing over with a bunch of coins. What you're doing is you're setting yourself up for thinking that that person is going to feel so secure because you got finances, is that you're in your mind subconsciously telling you that they're not going to stay with you outside of your money. And that's, you have to understand that that may be something that you've done before in the past. And that's why men or women may dog you out once they feel like you're no longer meeting a financial standard of theirs. You are teaching people how to treat you. You are teaching people how to respect you. And if you are setting goals for relationships by things, materialistic things, you're failing before you even start. If it means that God wants you to set up something for that person, God is going to align you to it, and it's going to be swift, it's going to be quick, and it's going to be with ease. It's not going to be something hard. You ain't going to have to be bending out pentacles to do it. Like I'm talking about back breaking. It's going to be easy because God is aligning you. When God's alignment is in the building, it flows. It's a flow. It's not an empty flow. Something that's empty comes from the opposite of God. God is aligning you at this time and at this season and in this hour to be able to receive new love. I heard contractual agreements in the spirit. This is somebody who's going to love you beyond your faults. I don't want to use the word kingdom spouse, kingdom husband, because I know, that's a word that's being used a lot, especially like divine masculine, divine feminine. That's being used, and I get it. And those words are words, twin flame, all of that, all of these words, yeah, they're being used a lot, but they make sense, and it is true, and it is real. And I'm gonna just say this for a lot of y'all out there. I had to come to my own conclusion that if I had to take a high level soulmate over a twin flame who wasn't healed and was playing games, I'm gonna take that high level soulmate 100% without apologies. You know why? Because that high level soulmate has been ordained by God to meet me. We can do my twin flame. He just gonna have to watch from the sidelines. If he ain't trying to get it together, he not allowing God to do, it just is what it is. So what I'm saying is this: a lot of us have to let go. A lot of us gonna have to let go. It is what it is. And it's just time to let go. It's time to be personal. It's time to tell the truth. It's time to look at things for what it is. It's just time. It's time. I hope y'all are well. I hope y'all are doing amazing. I'm aging in reverse, by the way. Just know that whoever God has for you is going to understand you. Your quirkiness, your weirdo, all of that stuff. Like me personally, I'm embracing who I am. I admire people who They don't hide their weirdo-ness. That's a word. They don't hide it. They don't. It ain't something that they looking to put underneath a bush. They're not hiding it under a tree. Be you, and the people who speaks your vibe will. Your tribe attracts your vibe. Your vibe attracts your tribe. Thank you so much, Britt. And it is what it is, man. Like I like one thing for me. Like, and y'all need to start talking to God. One thing for me is like, what kind of person, what kind of mate are you really looking for? Because we're in lovers season. I know they talk about winter being cuffing season, but let me tell you something. Who wants to be cuffed? I know it's slang, but let's use the words for what they are. Let's just say, who wants to be cuffed? You know what I'm saying? Because from what I'm told is cuffing season is when it gets cold, but then uncuffing season is when it starts getting warmer. Everybody want to be single when it's the summer because a lot of people ain't wearing clothes. So that should be telling you where the mindset of the masses is, right? They're not looking for long-term stuff. And so you have to ask yourself, what are you looking for, and is it long-term? And if it's short-term, then let it be that. Don't be a short-term person attracting a long-term person. They make that known, and then you hurting their feelings, and you playing fucking games, because that karma is gonna come around on your ass when you get old and stanky and fucking washed up and shit. Dick barely can get hard. Your ass is gonna be looking for somebody to love, and karmics is gonna be popping the fuck up out of nowhere. See, I wasn't trying to cuss, Lord. But a little spirit just took over. So, I just want to say that, y'all. Yeah, I had like a little mishap earlier. Yeah, cuffed and shackled, and police officers put cuffs on people. Who wants to be cuffed? I don't want you to be cuffed to me. If anything, we're gonna walk hand in hand because it's a choice. You understand? So again, ask yourself, what do you really need at this time? For some of y'all have learned who your twin flame is. Y'all came into the knowledge of who they are. Some of y'all have been reunited in not in the spiritual realm. I want to say the spiritual realm, but the 3D. And God is maybe showing y'all that it may not be this lifetime. That's okay. That's okay. That's okay. For some of you, your twin flame is healed and whole. And God is saying, yes, this is it. This is the time. This is the season. And then for some of y'all, it's a higher level soulmate coming in. I truly do believe that when you do love yourself, it is sexy as hell. It's sexy as fuck to love yourself. And, let me just say this too. And I want to make this really easy for a lot of y'all out there. For a lot of these relationship gurus who y'all listen to, and they may be putting a lot of pressure on y'all to feel like y'all got to be 100% whole in order to get into a relationship. Let me just tell y'all this. The correct and the right relationship is healing for you. That person will take their time with you. They will walk with you because you will be walking with them. God is not going to give you no more than you can bear, and he dang on sure ain't going to give that person no more than they can bear. Whoever is fitted, and this is how I'm hearing it, whoever is fitted for you will understand your walk. It takes a certain kind of man to be able to deal with me. You understand? I've done a lot of healing, and I'm so grateful and thankful for God, and I am still healing. But it's going to take a strong kind of man to deal with me. And sisters, and I hate to say this, but society has made you shut your mouth and not want to speak your truth, because when we say it, it's an angry black woman mentality. No, it's not. No, it's not. It's not. It's your truth. Speak your truth. Speak it out loud and speak it unapologetically. Because let me just say this. There's nothing wrong with the fact that it's going to take a strong man to deal with me. You know why? Because that strong man he exists somewhere. And I'm not talking about somebody who's going to be I'm going to be purposely putting them through shit. I'm talking about a man who ain't going to be quick to run out the door when he sees that he's done something and it's made me kind of be like, hold on, wait a minute. Or I'm getting fearful to open up my heart and love. You know what I'm saying? It's so easy for a man. Like, okay, I'll give y'all an example. My ex-boyfriend. We had a argument. Not really an argument. It wasn't an argument. I'm gonna tell you. Remember I told you I was gonna get a little personal. I'm gonna tell you what it was. I noticed a pattern about him. He was very nice, sweetheart. However, this thing kept bothering me. He kept throwing me under the fucking bus about stuff. And I noticed that for the sake of not looking like the bad guy in front of other people, he would throw me under the bus. And every time I would express that, y'all, when I use the word express, I'm not talking about getting loud and yelling and rolling necks and shit. I know that I'm very spicy. I know that I'm a very opinionated woman. I'm a very spicy woman. I speak my mind. I don't cut no fucking corners. I don't give a shit sometimes. And if I don't give a shit, it's because I've checked myself at the door first before I've let it come out my mouth. Other than that, I do always care. I care because I care about other people's feelings like I want y'all to be caring about mine. So I wouldn't be purposely trying to say shit to hurt nobody's feelings, okay? Sometimes I do need to gut punch somebody in the motherfucking, hey, don't come crossing no corners with me. But you got to really push me to be like that. And I do mean, even when I'm assertive, people think, oh yeah, I can't, I know, let me not jump the gun with her. It's not even that. It's just I'm assertive. When you gotta correct somebody and they get touchy and you know it wasn't from that place of being ugly, that's something on the inside of them they gotta check. That ain't got nothing to do with you. If you know what you're saying is really out of the spirit of love, but yet it's assertive, it's with an assertive tone. Because not everything, listen, I have to check the energy. This is what you have to do. You have to check the energy. Okay, do I need to say this in a very nice tone or do I need to say this in a firm tone? And sometimes you see when it's time for you to speak in a firm tone. Sometimes you see when it's time for you to speak in a very beautiful tone or monotone or low tone. And a lot of times, let me tell you something, because I am who I am, I always try to come at people first with a more nicer tone. If I got to get firm with you, it's because you pushing me. I just seen 33 on the clock. So after a while, this had kept happening. And I looked at him and I said, okay, look. I said, okay, first of all, let me back up. Officially ex, that's really not the word. More like borderline. We did not have a we had a whatchamacallit. It wasn't like a that's my official boyfriend, girlfriend type stuff. We had a whatchamacallit, and I was okay with that. I was okay with the whatchamacallit because I was studying him. I was watching him. I wanted to see how he moved. I wanted to see what his patterns was. So I'm not going to lie to y'all. I made him comfortable enough with me because he made me comfortable enough with him on the gate, even though I was taking my time tiptoeing around him. He did make it comfortable enough for me. And I made it comfortable enough for him to be himself. And that was not something that I did maliciously or in a manipulative tone. I honestly want people to be comfortable. When you are dating, you're gathering data. That's what you're doing. You're gathering data. I knew that my purpose in that mission at that time was to gather data. Is he a match? Is he not a match? You know, what is it that I may require? Does he fit the bill? Is there some things that I can overlook? Let me just say this. People keep talking about these red flags. I gotta kind of wait on the scale, and I'm gonna just play devil's advocate real fast. We all got red flags. You are somebody's red flag. There's something in you that somebody is not going to like that's going to be their deal breaker. That very same thing that might be a red flag in you may be something that actually somebody else can deal with. And this is what I mean by that. Because I don't want nobody to be, oh, she said a narcissist. No, I'm not talking about no deep shit. I'm talking about superficial stuff. Or I'm talking about like, yeah, you know, you got a little gut because you didn't have some babies. Okay. That may be a deal breaker. You know, this man over here might want a petite or fit woman who, you know, ain't got, he may not even give a damn about how many kids you got. He just don't want no woman with no gut. Okay, that's fine. Then you go over here. This man may want somebody with long hair. He may want it to be theirs. Okay, that's fine. You know, you may want a man, ladies. You know what I'm getting ready to say. You know what I'm getting ready to say. How we stop lying to these men and acting like it's not the size of the boat. That is the motion of the ocean. Now listen. Let's not lie. The motion of the ocean counts. But come on, let's not act like that. See, y'all ladies ain't gonna comment on that though, huh? Let's be honest, sis. You know what I'm saying? Let's be honest. Let's stop telling these men lies. And I mean what I said. Stop acting like all bow-legged men got. Just because they bow-legged don't mean they got it. I can't believe that shit ain't real. But anyway, I really do. I really want y'all to really understand that there's love on the way. Love coming. Someone to love you past everything. That person in your past who was picking you apart, every little thing about you they complained about, but yet every time you walked away they couldn't breathe without you. That should let you know something. How much of a catch are you? Hell yeah, Danny B. Size fucking matters. You better not come to me with no That's all I'm gonna say. No. Listen now, we don't want no toxic men with no good dick now. We don't need no. We don't need no fine ass toxic man with no good ping. We don't need the ping the Peter Weed to be on point and you toxic as fuck. Bye. No. Yes, the heart matters overall. You know what I'm saying? That heart condition better be right, but ain't nothing wrong with wanting a pleasurable mate who want to be stuck with that shit all their life. And again, maybe it's TMI, I don't know, but hey, coming up out of this marriage, that was one thing that I was not satisfied about. And you got to be honest with yourself. What do you really want out of a mate? And you know, this last whatchamacallit ship that I just came out of was a really great way for me to gather data to see where I was at this point in time in my life, to see if any of my tastes as far as men, if it changed, if it remained the same, that kind of thing, because I'm a whole new woman. I'm not the same woman that I was even a year ago. There's been so much growth. And so you have to be honest with yourself, saints. You got to ask yourself, you know, like, do I really want, you know, this kind of mate? I was used to a certain kind of man. You know, I looked for a particular man in every guy. And today I was like, this is it. No more. I take this old way of thinking out of my heart chakra, out my heart space, out of my mental capacity. I stump it down to the ground, to the pits of hell, to where it comes from. And the truth is I am no longer subscribing to that kind of man anymore. I want to be happy. I want to have joy. I want to have peace. And so if, I leave myself open for the universe, for God to bless me. And if it is different from what I am used to looking for, then that's okay, because that means that what I was looking for wasn't for me. That just hurt some of y'all feelings. Because let me tell y'all, it hurt mine. But you know what? If it ain't for you, whatever and whoever rejected you, that was God protecting you. So raise your hands up to the heavens and thank God that man's rejection truly and truly indeed is God's protection. You just dodged the bullet. I heard in the spiritual realm, you just dodged the bullet. And then I heard the word gateway. And then I'm hearing the word opening. And then I'm hearing the word channeling. And then I'm seeing thumbs up. God is getting ready to send y'all somebody beyond your wildest dreams. That is going to sweep you up off of your feet. And is going to love you without measure. That kind of, I believe that kind of love exists. I see it. I see it around me every day. I see it around me every day. I see it as I'm walking down the street and the people who hold hands, the lovers. I see it in the affection that two people give each other in public. I see how that man is staring at that woman's eyes when they sitting down and I'm at a restaurant. And y'all, like, don't be afraid to take yourself out on dates and imagine that happening for you. I know I do. And all I know is I'm going to spoil somebody's son. And I'm just grateful and I'm thankful, because I choose to hold on to love. Like Luther Vandross, I hear him say, wait for love. Sometimes love takes a long time. I don't think it's gonna be a long time. For some of y'all, this love is gonna come in quick. Hey, Paradise J. For some of y'all, love is gonna come in quick. And I'm hearing Steady Love by India Ari. It's gonna happen fast. It's gonna happen quick. For some of y'all, especially I'm seeing the women. For some of y'all, that man is not gonna wait for no 3 months. That man gonna know you his wife. Just be expecting a proposal around the corner. Listen, please, if that happens to you and y'all like, that man just knows and he just like be somewhere and propose to you. And then next thing you know, y'all fucking in Vegas getting married or eloping or something. Let me tell y'all something. Do not be worried about what people are going to say. You cannot be worried about what people are going to say. For a lot of you men who are getting ready to come across the one, and y'all feel so deeply about that woman or that other man, and y'all want to just say, fuck it. I know for a fact this is the one. And it just goes fast. For some of y'all, God is going to have y'all in that mode. And it's going to be ordained for y'all to go that fast because y'all got a work to do. God is putting 2 and 2 together so the missions and the work can be done in the earth. Y'all are walking, talking Bibles of love. Preaching love through your actions and your deeds that you perform toward one another with the world on the outside looking in. You are the gospel. The word gospel just means good news. You are the good news for somebody. Somebody who thought that they was unlovable. And next thing you know, they look up and they see y'all too. And for some reason, y'all embracing is giving them some kind of love. God is pinning us 2 by 2 and sending us out. There is work yet still to do. And we must work while it is day. Because when night cometh, no man can work. And I want to say the sun is setting, but I still believe that it's daytime. But for some of you individually, your sun is setting. For some of y'all, your sun has already set. You don't even see it. And God got an illusion over you, because he didn't gave you over to a reprobated mind and seared your consciousness because of the ego. That ego, man, you just couldn't. God said, you didn't play with my servant long enough, so now I got to replace you. Don't be the one that God has to replace in somebody else's life when you were supposed to be the call. I heard for some of y'all were sent as a redemption. For some of y'all who thought y'all was sent as the redemption, God was actually sending you to that person for you to be redeemed, and you did not listen to the call. Yes, you are right. And to add on to what she's saying, learn to laugh about the obstacles you may face. This is so true. Thank you. Because let me tell y'all something. Looking back, the little whatchamacallit ship that I just had to close the chapter on, I'm going to be honest with y'all. When I would look this person in the face, what would kind of get me sometimes was the fact that he kind of looked like the person that I was desiring at the time, or that I had desired for a long time. And I was looking and I was like, it would scare me, because I would be like I could see his face sometimes morph to that person's face, and I would be like, oh shit. Now this is somebody that I have not physically met. It was just somebody that I seen, I had my eyes on, not like officially met. But it's hard to explain. But so I entertained the idea of maybe he could be somebody, because he looked like this person. That was number one wrong. I told y'all I'm going to tell him myself. So I want y'all to understand that for some of you who may be afraid to admit what I am admitting, it's okay. It's okay to be wrong. It's okay. It's okay. It really is okay. Just heal. About healing, man. We don't give a fuck about nobody coming up in here and being judgmental. We don't care. I speak my truth so I can get free. That's what I'm doing. That's how I get free. And I don't come on lives every time just to get free and tell y'all my business. There's time I sit in the confines of my room, or I just be rocking back and forth talking to God, and I just be in prayer. And that's how I get free. A lot of times, there's a lot of stuff y'all don't know, and y'all ain't gonna know. But the other thing was, I noticed that when he's nice, he's nice. But when he's not nice, he's not nice. And unfortunately, I don't want to talk, because this is not bad. I started to see that he would get he would say hurtful things to guard his own heart. This person of mine that I had to let go of, I'm going to try to form this in the nicest way possible, because this is my last point and I'm leaving. Some of y'all are going to identify with this. I had to realize that he did not know how to properly communicate. His way of dealing with what he thought is rejection, or a mishap, or a disagreement, or something. Because when I began to tell him that I did not like I finally spoke up for myself. I was like, I don't like the fact that you just keep throwing me underneath the bus. I don't like that. Because for me personally, that's a form of a way that you protect the person that you are interested in, that you're with, or that you are dealing with. And he was making it abundantly clear that he cared more about me than what I believed. And the fact that he kept throwing me underneath the bus was a problem. Listen, this man was emotionally, what I'm saying is this, he was emotionally available until he wasn't. Be the person that you want. I had to realize certain things within myself through my healing, that I have a tendency to shut down for fear of not being heard. Well, they ain't gonna hear me, so I might as well just shut up. Whatever. Or, um, okay, I done said this how many times and you still ain't, I see you ain't listening. So I'm not gonna, because I'm a type of person, I don't like repeating myself. You get what I'm saying? And so I noticed that he was doing things openly that I do subconsciously. So by the disagreement, and I told him I need space, and the other day was official that I kind of cut it off. But today was the day because I had something of his that he left with me that I had to return. I felt the need to return. And you know how the niggas be. Well, I think he was sincere. You know how they compliment you and be like, how you been? And he was like, well, I ain't gonna lie, I've been missing you on your mind. You know how they be trying to shoot they shot on the slick. He's a sweetheart. I just couldn't see myself going back because I want more. I deserve more. And so does he. So does he. I know that he's not somebody that I want to be with 100% because when you know what you want, what kind of person you want, and I'm not going to say it on this live because let me tell you something. Some things that you want in a partner, you need to keep to yourself because sometimes people prey on that. They'll be listening to every little word you say. Oh, she want a man like what? Oh, yeah, well, let me pop up where she might be and play that role. You understand? You don't want to show all of your cards. Move in silence on certain things. And when that person shows up or when a person shows up, um, just know that everything that God is requiring for you to have at this time in a mate, you're going to be able to check those boxes off. Not everybody's 100%. You ain't going to be 100% to somebody, and that somebody ain't going to be 100% to you. But with what you do have, meet that person with grace, dignity, understanding, and most of all, love. Because it's love that's going to win the war. It's love that is going to heal. It is love that is going to keep you together like glue. That's going to keep you together like glue. I know what I deserve, and I know what I want to be for someone coming into my life, and I know what that looks like for me to receive because I'm damn gonna make sure. I don't want to say damn sure, but I'm dang gonna make sure that I'm the best lover that person can ever have, and there's nothing wrong with you striving for that. Okay, there's nothing wrong with you striving for um, wanting to be your mate's best lover. Okay, shower them with love. Once you get them, hold on to them tight. Treat them the way you want to be treated. And if you gel well with that person and they make your eyes twinkle, then maybe that's who that is. So, okay, I'm going because I'm tired. Um, so hopefully I got some nuggets or some jewels or some yum yum food out of this. I love y'all so much. The full purpose of this live was just to say thank you to everybody who donates. Every great prayer, every good prayer for my energy, for me to continue to keep going and staying strong. All good prayers, great prayers, and loving prayers I accept, and I'm so grateful and thankful for everybody. I really just wanted to really come on this live and just tell y'all I love y'all. I do not take y'all for granted, everybody. Whether you've been with me since day one and watched the evolution of me and this channel, or whether you just came in yesterday, I'm grateful for every single soul who comes in here and shares space with me, for we are literally one. And I hope you feel the love emanating from off of me, because I feel the love emanating off of you. May God walk with y'all all the days of your lives. And may He grant you the desires of your heart as long as you walk in love, upright before the love, because that is truly the religion. All right, I'm about to go.